Hi, I'm Susan Kruger, author of SOAR Study Skills. And today we're going to be addressing a question that we hear quite frequently. That is, how do you optimize study time for different learning styles, specifically for visual, auditory, and kinesthetic styles, also known as VAK? Well, if you're not careful, these three learning styles can actually be very detrimental to students. Now, don't get me wrong, VAK is very important for teachers to be aware of so that they can create engaging lessons and reach their students from multiple modalities. But at SOAR, we're focused on what students can do to take control of their learning and be more empowered to learn effectively and efficiently. And VAK creates two specific problems when we're focused on students. The first is that VAK generates confusion for students. And how does this happen? Well, when students learn that they are maybe a visual learner, or maybe they're a kinesthetic learner, they might find that interesting for a moment, but then they're confused. They don't know what to do with that because all of the learning tasks that they have to do to get through school are required by teachers. So this is why it's important for teachers to be able to recognize the different learning styles, but students have very little control over the work that they have to do, and therefore they are often left very lost and confused about how to take this VAK information and take this information about their learning style and apply it to school. The second problem that VAK creates for students is that it promotes memorization, not long-term learning. So for example, one common strategy that I hear recommended to auditory learners is to record a class lecture and then go back and re-listen to their notes. Well, all this really does is it promotes rehearsing, but not learning. Same thing for another strategy for a kinesthetic learner might be to recopy their notes, to go through the act of rewriting. But again, this is just a process of rehearsing. This is not taking this information any deeper to help students understand it at any better level. So these types of things keep students focused on what we call here at SOAR Learning, we call this low gear learning. If you're familiar with Bloom's taxonomy or something we refer to as the learning pyramid, these activities keep students focused in the lower levels of learning. This is rehearsing, this is memorization, this is not long-term learning. This is slow and it's very boring for students. On the flip side, if we teach them how to jump over into high gear learning, which is what we do at SOAR, then they're able to learn information at a much deeper level, and it's much more interesting, and the whole process goes a lot faster for them. Now, what that does is, in high gear learning, is we're teaching students how to make connections, how to take information that they already know and connect this new information to their existing knowledge so that they're forming deep, real connections that will last them a lifetime. That's our focus through the SOAR program, is developing those high gear learning connections and not so much looking at the low gear strategies of the visual, auditory, and kinesthetic study styles. I hope you found this helpful. Join us again at studyskills.com.